good?
I'm trying to get my mom to come. I told you I don't know about that. And I told her what you said. Mr. Chair, I make a motion, we exit executive session, no action taken.
I second.
By Mr. Davis to exit executive session, no action taken. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. That would be so. This time, I just wanted to welcome everyone to this. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
I want to welcome everyone to this November 18th, 2025 regular school board meeting. We do appreciate you, the parents, the students, the clergy, just family. We thank you for supporting our children because they are the most important thing that we could ever have. And we thank you for entrusting them to our wonderful teachers and our staff. And so again, I'd like to welcome you this evening. And at this time, we're going to have our Pledge of Allegiance flag and our moment of silence. Mr. Davis.
Please stand. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated.
Thank you. Thank you. At this time, we want to approve the agenda as presented.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion, we approve the agenda as presented.
I second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, present agenda as presented. Second by Mr. Davis. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. Mr. Davis, do we have any public comments?
Yes, Chairman Miller, we have public comments from Mr. Tracy Garrett, his representative, Dr. James Harrison. The topic is, how does the district integrate the teaching and development of soft skills such as communication, teamwork, time management, and adaptability? Mr. Garrett, would you come up, please? Good evening.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Tracy Garrett, and I am currently pursuing a degree in political science at the University of South Carolina, upstate. I am also a proud graduate of Fairfield Central High School. As a college student, reflecting on my educational journey, I've gained a deeper appreciation for the skills that truly make a difference beyond the classroom. While academic knowledge is essential, I found that success in higher education and in professional settings also depends heavily on soft skills such as communication, teamwork, time management, adaptability, and critical thinking. With that in mind, my question to the board is, how is the district integrating the teachings and development of soft skills such as communication, teamwork, time management, and adaptability into the curriculum at the high school level? I ask this because I believe intentional instruction and assessment of these skills can help ensure that every student leaves high school not only academically prepared, but also personally and professionally equipped to succeed in college, the workforce, and in life. Thank you for your time and for your I appreciate the opportunity to speak and look forward to hearing how the district is preparing students to thrive beyond high school. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
This time, we're gonna have recognition and presentation. Our board recognition for the 24-25 Boardman Institute recognition. Mrs. Renee Green. Dear ones, this is the highest recognition you can have as being a board member in the state of South Carolina. She has level 6 out, and she deserves a well hand of applause. We're gonna go there. This is an awesome day. We have several board members who make it. She has made it. Again, give her a hard hand.
It's level 3. It ain't level 3.
At this time, we will have our academic recognition from McCoy-Liston School of Technology, Kelly Miller Elementary, and Fairfield Elementary, and Fairfield Middle School. Dr. Presley.
And I will have Dr. Tracy Swilly come forward to the podium to introduce the schools that will be presenting this evening. Dr. Swilly.
Good evening, Mr. Miller, Chair, and our board members. Tonight, we will continue our academic recognitions. During these presentations, we will recognize students from McCoy-Liston School of Technology, Kelly Miller Elementary, Fairfield Elementary, and Fairfield Middle Schools who have achieved the highest attainable score on SC Ready, either earned an exceed score on SC Ready in at least 2 subjects, or with Fairfield Middle School scored 100 on an EOC test score. So I will turn it over at this time to the principals of each of these students schools who will recognize their students. We will begin with McCoy-Liston and Dr. Bill.
Good evening. I bring you greetings from McCoy-Liston School of Technology. At this time, we're going to present 4 students who scored exemplary in 2 or more areas. To Board Chair Miller, Superintendent Presley, our school board, and our special guests, we are so honored to recognize our students. At this time, I'm going to call the student's name, and if you will please make your way forward so that you can shake the superintendent's hand. Each student will receive a certificate, a medal, and a gift bag. Our first recipient goes to Prince Martin. Our second recipient goes to Chance Gallman. Our next recipient goes to Kaylee Johnson. The last recipient, but certainly not least, goes to Taylor Evans. Boys and girls, we are certainly proud of all of you. As always, it's always been our goal to aim high, fly high, and achieve high. We're proud of you, and we're so certainly, okay, you want me to come up? Okay. We're the home of the Soaring Eagles.
Thank you, Dr. Bell. Congratulations again to our students from McCory-Liston Elementary School. Next, we will have Ms. Woodard and Kelly Miller Elementary School.
Good evening, Board Chair, Mr. Miller, members of the board, and Superintendent Presley. Thank you for the opportunity to recognize two of our outstanding scholars from Kelly Miller Elementary School this evening. I am Mrs. Proud Kathy Woodard, Principal, and it is my honor to highlight students who exemplify academic excellence and exceptional character. This evening, we celebrate two remarkable young ladies who achieved exceeds on the 2025 SC Ready State Assessment, demonstrating mastery, perseverance, and an unwavering commitment to learning. And assisting me with our presentation is our reading coach, Ms. Lori Knott.
At this time, I would like to call Ms. Samaya Robinson forward. Samaya earned exceeds in both reading and math on the 2025 SC Ready Assessment, an accomplishment that reflects her determination and strong academic foundation. She is a student who consistently displays quiet leadership, maturity, and an admirable work ethic. Her teachers describe her as focused, respectful, and self-driven, qualities that shine through in her daily performance and in this outstanding achievement. Please join us in recognizing Ms. Samaya Robinson as she receives her certificate and medal. Next, I would like to call Ms. Savannah Knott forward. Savannah also earned exceeds in both reading and math on the 2025 SC Ready Assessment. She is an enthusiastic and conscientious learner who brings positivity and determination to the classroom each day. Savannah is known for her kindness, strong sense of responsibility, and her genuine love for learning. Her academic success reflects the high expectations she sets for herself and her commitment to excellence. Please join me in recognizing Ms. Savannah Knott as she receives her certificate and medal. Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations to our students from Kelly Miller. Thank you, Ms. Woodard. Next, we will have Fairfield Elementary School, Mr. Richardson.
Good evening, Chairman Miller, distinguished board members, and Superintendent Mr. Presley. It is my pleasure to stand before you tonight to celebrate our scholars who scored exceeds in 2 or more subjects, ELA, math, and/or science. Their hard work, perseverance, and commitment to excellence exemplify the very best of Fairfield Elementary. It is now our honor to recognize and celebrate these outstanding Stingrays for their remarkable achievements.
At this time, we'll be recognizing those students. I'm not sure if these students are here, but Catalea Boware, Mercedes Boyd, Mariah Cockfield, Jakari Robinson, last but certainly not least, Harmony Johnson. Let's give our Stella Stingrays another round of applause.
Congratulations to our Stingrays from Fairfield Elementary School. Thank you, Mr. Richardson and staff. And last but certainly not least, Fairfield Middle School, where the principal is Dr. Brandon Dixon.
Good evening. Good evening. To Chairman Miller, members of the board, I promise I'm not contagious, members of the board, Superintendent Presley, and Fairfield family, I am Dr. Brandon Dixon, the very proud principal of the best middle school in the world. Fairfield Middle School, where we are the home of Griffin pride and excellence, is inspired every day. It is our mission at Fairfield Middle School to provide every student every chance every day for a successful future, and our vision to empower each student in a safe, inclusive, innovative learning environment to become productive and global citizens. The reason that I share that is because it is my esteemed honor to stand before you to recognize these Griffin scholars who have exemplified our commitment to this mission and vision. So Griffin scholars, as I call your name, please proudly and with pride come forward. Tonight we will recognize a former Stingray and now a Griffin scholar, Cadence Boulware. Julian Barbosa. Xavier Belton. Mason Bradley. Amaya Cole. Caden Copeland. Janaya Cromarty. Kyle Zedrick Carabo. Ahmed El Bayumi. Matthew Evans. Nathan Gibson. Derek Green. Zaquan Hayes. Ryan Henricks. Tracus Kincaid, Brittany Mack, Layla McMillan, Tyreek Mills, Michael Moore, Jaquin Morgan, Micaiah Morgan, Arya Patel, Amari Ruff, Kylie Sprague, Kaylee Summers, Job Warren, Lanaya Williams, Ariel Wood, and last but certainly not least, Batista Woodard. Many of our Griffin scholars, they excel academically, but on this evening, they are involved in many of our extracurricular activities to include visual and performing arts, football, because we have some playing for Fairfield Central, Go Griffins, as well as basketball, which starts on this evening. So again, congratulations to all of our Griffin scholars, and we look forward to the great continued work that we know that you will do.
At this time, you need to leave, you can go ahead. Okay.
Lady right there with the black pants on, she's in the middle school? Oh my God. She was last week.
We again celebrate and congratulate all of our students being recognized tonight from McCoy Liston, Kelly Miller, Fairfield Elementary, and Fairfield Middle Schools. We will conclude next month with Fairfield Central High School. Continuing on, Chairman Miller, members of the board, Mr. Presley, Superintendent, we're going to continue to tell our story tonight, and we're going to do it with our academic presentation highlighting our recent district report card released on November the 3rd, 2025. So before you tonight, we have our presentation highlighting our report card, but we believe in grounding ourselves in the data, and so we want to understand the points that we'll be talking about and how those points break down. And so we want to equip our community, as well as our board, as well as in all of our constituents, with the ability to be able to share our story and tell our story. And so oftentimes people want to compare those report card numbers like a test grade. It is not the same. So when you see scores like 66 and people think that's a failing score, we could see that the range for elementary, 61 to 100 is excellent. 53 to 60 is good. So if we said 67 for a high school, that is excellent. Although if people see a test score, they would say a 67 is an F. And so we want to make certain that we clarify the fact that these point values are not the same as a test score. And so we've seen some conversation about it, and we wanted to make certain that we ground ourselves in the data as well as the facts on those point values. So you can see the breakdown there. Next up, we want to let you know how our schools are given those points and how those points break down at the elementary level, middle level, and high school. And so a couple of factors that I want to bring to your attention. At the elementary level, they are consisted of academic achievement, student progress, preparing for success, and school climate. So when you talk about academic achievement, that's your SC Ready, ELA, and math scores at the elementary level. At the high school level, that'll be your English, your Algebra 1 and English 2. When you talk about student progress, you're looking at that growth metric. And so you're talking about either all students or your lowest 20%, your lowest performing 20% of your student. And so that's that growth. And those are targets set by the state based on what our children should attain. Preparing for success, that indicator displays the SC Ready science test results for elementary and middle schools, as well as for high school, it'll be your EOC biology and US history. And then school climate, that consists of the surveys that teachers and students take. Parents also take those surveys. They are totally anonymous, so there's really nothing we can do about those. We don't know that information until it's presented, but that's why we strive every day to make sure our culture and climate is conducive to learning and that our parents and families understand our story. And so we also see for the middle school, their point value is 45, 45, 10. They do not have that preparing for success category. So I want to highlight for you, the elementary only have 4 categories, and you see where the most of their points break down. And so it's a lot of weight on our elementary and middle school principals as they have 3 and 4 categories, because we do not have an MLL subgroup, because you have to have at least 20 students to count in that cohort to have a subgroup. And so those points are always distributed back to academic achievement as well as student progress. And then we get to the high school, and you see they have multiple categories, but I also will argue that that makes it even more difficult to you because you have so many areas you have to try to improve. And so you have academic achievement, which we've already talked about, preparing for success, which we've talked about as well. School climate, you see they have 5 points there for the survey data. Graduation rate, so that is on-time graduation rate. That does not build from the previous year. So it starts every year at 0, and you have to calculate and find your graduation rate. So it's the number of students who graduate in 4 years. I want to highlight, too, that graduation rate also includes students who our special needs students population. And so if they don't earn that criteria, they count as a dropout. And so that is something that we share for information, but we cherish and value all of our students in our population. And so therefore, we just want to make certain we share the basis of what's all included in that graduation rate. High school success rate. Not only are we measuring graduation rate, we measure how they're progressing along the way to get to graduation. So that high school success rate talks about on track to graduate. So that's each year earning at least 6 credits, 2 of which are math and ELA. And are they on track each year to be promoted to the next grade, as well as to hopefully predict that they will graduate on time? And then college and career ready. Are our students meeting the criteria that is set by the state of South Carolina to attain college and career ready status? And so that could be done in a number of ways, whether it's WIN assessment, ACT, SAT data. It could be dual enrollment courses if they take at least 6 hours. So it's multiple ways that they are set. I highlight that area too, because students can be going to college and career, but it's certain scores. So even if a child is going into the military, if they don't score 31, that doesn't count as career ready. And so just want to share that for information. But that is the point breakdown for how each of our schools. I also want to highlight that our middle school, because our sixth graders are in middle school, that factor is a component as well. They are not, in our elementary school, excuse me. So that component is a factor as well in the scoring. All right, so how did we do? So our overall rating for Fairfield Central High School was a good with a score of 62. Fairfield Middle School was a good with a score of 48. So I will say for Fairfield Central High School, that was the second year back-to-back with the good. Fairfield Middle School came in this year with the good. We have Fairfield Elementary School that we want to highlight and celebrate because last year they were unsatisfactory and this year they are below average. 1 point away, may I add, away from average. So I want to highlight that point and make certain we bring that home. We also have Fairfield Magnet School for Math and Science, who again scored an excellent, and I would like to highlight that they have done that for the past 13 years. And so one of the things about that is once you have that level, they have to work to keep extending the learning. So when students are already at that level, that's also a complicated task, is how do you grow them when they're already at the top? And so that is what we continually work towards. Giger Elementary School with a score of 56 have a good. Kelly Miller Elementary School and McCory Liston with a 49 both have average ratings. And I also want to clarify and celebrate Kelly Miller and McCory Liston because sometimes people see average and think that just is not quite enough. But I want to remind you of the definition right to the side. The school's performance meets the criteria that the state of South Carolina describes. And so I don't want us to look at average and think that just means they are barely getting by. We have met the criteria that the state of South Carolina has prescribed for our schools. Good means school performance exceeds the criteria, and excellent means that it substantially exceeds the criteria. So we have a lot to celebrate here in Fairfield County that is attested to our students, our wonderful leadership and our principals, our community, our families who pour into our students and our schools each day. All right, and this gives you the point breakdown. So I showed you the point values and the categories, and now this particular slide will give you how it broke down in each individual area. And so you will see it color-coded along the way. Overall rating, the first category, academic achievement, preparing for the success, student progress, grad rate, high school success, college and career ready, and then school climate. I want to take this point to highlight the dual enrollment offerings that are offered in Fairfield County School District. So you can see there, not only do we offer what the state requires us to offer, but we extend the learning opportunities for our students, and not just our STEM students. All of our students have access to these college level courses with dual enrollment. And so we had 185 classes offered last year in Fairfield County School District at Fairfield Central High School, 185 college classes. Now, I also have there for you the percent passage, and we count percent passage as C's or better. Note that 184 of the 185 classes were passed. So not only are our students taking college level courses, but they are passing the college level course. So, what do we do next? So this data was dropped on November 3rd, but it's old data. It's last year's data. We have moved on from this data. Our principals and schools are working hard on next year's data because we don't build from these numbers. We start over again. And so what are our next steps? What are we doing as a district? Each individual school has their goals, but as a district, we're supporting the goals and the needs of each of our schools. So overall, we are strengthening early literacy and numeracy. So we're focusing on not only our literacy, and you hear a lot of the talk about letters, but we're really about to roll out some things in the area of math because students not only need to be proficient in reading, but they need to understand numbers as well. And so we're going to make certain our work continues there. We're going to improve our high school readiness and EOC course performance. So our goal there is to also make certain that our students are prepared for the assessments that they take in high school, but also prepared to implement those things post-high school, post-secondary, and so they are ready and equipped to do what they need to do. We want them to graduate from Fairfield Central as a Griffin graduate with options. Not that I'm required to do any particular thing, but I am equipped to go to college, I'm equipped to go into the military, or I'm equipped to go into the workforce. We're going to build a district-wide data culture with quarterly reviews. Our principals are already leading data meetings within their schools. And so as the district level, we're supporting the leadership that is already happening. They're using the data. They understand their targets. They're meeting with our office. Dr. Evans goes out to the schools, work with the principals, making certain they understand the targets that have been set. Our principals have requested those meetings to be able to ensure that we are meeting the goals for each individual student so that each student is able to be successful. We're going to deepen professional learning and instructional coaching, so making certain that we are working not only with our teachers, but with our leaders who are working with our teachers to ensure that they are able to help and support our teachers to continue to grow, because we know that we have to grow our leaders to in turn grow our students. And then engage families, strengthen culture, and expand college and career readiness. And so one of the things that we can't do is exclude the community. And so the community is a part, and so we have to make certain we pour into our families to ensure that our Griffins are coming to our school ready and eager to learn. So I love to leave you with stuff that you can share to tell our story. So those were some of the things, but I'm reminded of a Bible verse, John 1:46, that says, and Nathanael said to him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip said to him, come and see. And so I tell you now, the question is, can anything good come out of Fairfield County School District? And I tell you, come and see. So 4 schools earned good or excellent ratings. 6 schools increased their South Carolina report card scores. 6 schools met or exceeded the state criteria. 2 schools performed above the state average in ELA and math on SC Ready. 5 schools were above the state average in student progress, their academic growth overall, and the lowest 20% of students. And the number of first and second grade students who were on track for success in ELA and math were above the state average. 3 out of 4 of the end of course test assessments were higher than the state average, and 184 of the 185 dual enrollment classes were completed successfully. So I argue, come and see the great things that are continuing to happen in Fairfield County School District. Thank you. Any questions?
Chairman Miller and board members, I just have to comment on that presentation that Dr. Swilly just gave. As you can see, she's highlighted the academic performance and just the academic excellence that is evident every single day here in Fairfield County School District. Let's give her and her department and our teachers, students, and community a round of applause for our achievements. And Dr. Swilly, I think people who hear this presentation, they're going to come see what's going on in Fairfield County School District.
And I come before you one more time as we continue to provide transparency into how we plan to move forward. Again, celebrating Fairfield Elementary School as they were 1 point away from average, but we still recognize at below average. We want to make certain that you understand the steps that we are taking to ensure that we have met the criteria the state of South Carolina requires and our school is excelling as planned. So I will at this time introduce and bring up Mr. Richardson, proud principal of Fairfield Elementary School.
Greetings again to Chairman Miller, distinguished board members, Superintendent Mr. Presley. I'm here today to speak on our school designation of underperforming school for the school year. Now I'll talk about our next steps moving forward. All right, so by state law, we're required to notify district superintendent, local school board, and local delegation of our status of being an underperforming school. So what that means is we are at the support of Tier 3, structured coordinated support from the State Department of Education. Right now we're communicating, having our public meeting. I had a meeting with parents recently and also sent a letter regarding our school status. And then our next step is to plan, which we're developing a continuous improvement plan with stakeholders' input. Once we have that completed, we will present it at the school board for approval, and then we will submit it at the end of January to the State Department of Education. All right, so this right here shows our strengths. The school report card rating, as Dr. Willis said, at one point it was unsatisfactory, school year 23-24, and it moved up to below average, which we were 1 point away from being average. As you see, the academic achievement, students that were scoring meets or exceeds has improved. So that's how we went from unsatisfactory to below average. And then our student progress, our students are growing. They may not be meeting grade level standards, but they are growing, and that shows on the data right there, and that's how we move to average in that category. Okay. All right, so our next steps. First step is strengthening Tier 1 instruction in math and ELA. So what we've been focusing on is incorporating code read assessments to measure our students' comprehension, fluency, and critical thinking. And what I mean by that is when the teachers are teaching, they are teaching the reading standards through a story, through the text. However, we do test them with the story that the teacher taught from, but we also give them another test to test the strategies and the skills that they learn or the standards that they learn through the week. So that code read is going to tell us if our students can apply the strategies in what we've taught them to unfamiliar text. Embedding reading across the curriculum in math to strengthen students' ability to interpret word problems, academic vocabulary, and informational text. So our, in science, in social studies, we're making sure we're bringing out those texts to teach those standards. Also in math, we have beefed up with our assessments, our exit tickets, or we say formative and summative assessments. We've been making sure that our students are receiving word problems, because we know that the standards are no longer just teaching skill and drill. The students have to be able to read and comprehend and then apply those math skills. Implementing small group instruction in math and ELA to provide targeted, differentiated support. So our teachers are planning small group instruction weekly for math and ELA, and they're using their data from their formative assessments, summative assessments, and other data pieces that they may have to place those kids in groups and provide them targeted support in the areas that they need support in. And not just the students that need support in standards, but how we're going to enrich those students that have already shown mastery of the grade level standards. And then we have been prioritizing unpacking standards during planning, because the teachers have to really understand what the standards are saying, what the intent of the standard is, in order to teach the standards and teach the intent of the standards, and then to help the students master the standards. So we have been focusing on working with them. The leadership team, reading coach, and instruction coach have been working closely with the teachers on unpacking standards so they understand exactly what they're teaching. And I already hit on teaching to the intent of the standards rather than surface level, and ensuring that the students are getting rigorous and learning and mastering. Another thing we talked about, which I hit on up there, was providing targeted interventions in enrichment. So we are progress monitoring using data tools to adjust interventions quickly and more effectively. Once again, our teachers are required to have formative assessments that they provide our students through Mastery Connect. With Mastery Connect, you get the data right then and there, and it tells you kids need remediation, they need enrichment, they're right there on grade level. Also, we get that data right then and there, and then our teachers use that data to guide and inform their instructional practices. And then provide our students with enrichment, because like Dr. Swilly said, our kids that are at exceeds, we will not gain points or get points for them if the students are not continuing to grow. And if they're not growing, then that exceeds the following year will drop back into that. And then building teacher capacity, as Dr. Swilly was saying, also strengthening our professional learning communities with a focus on collaborating. We have been focused on unpacking standards, once again, aligning our instructional strategies, and analyzing student data. And then we have been providing our teachers with coaching cycles and instructional feedback to prioritize lesson rigor, differentiated instruction. So every teacher is not going to be getting this same professional development, because what I may need as a teacher, you may not need. You may need something different. And then fostering a safe, supportive environment. We have been recognizing and celebrating our academics and behavioral success to reinforce positive school culture. I look forward every Friday when we post our Stingray of the Week. The parents share it all over Facebook, and it's just exciting to see the good things our scholars are doing. And lastly is engaging families and the community. So we have been offering transparent communication through report cards, parent-teacher conferences, and family engagement events, and then also providing parents with strategies and resources to support the student learning at home. Okay. Any questions?
Elaborate a little bit on that for us. You're working with the parent, you know, because some parents on different levels. So, you know, what do you do?
So the teachers send a weekly newsletter home to parents, and it tells them exactly what the students are working on, and we provide a resource they can get on an online software or in our website to practice what the teachers are teaching in the classroom. One teacher just recently asked, can we order sight words, the flashcards. So we have ordered those to send home with our second graders because the students are struggling with sight words. If they're struggling with sight words, they're going to struggle to read.
I like that. I think that definitely y'all definitely on the right road to you know get that unsatisfactory. I'm sure. And I have to give a shout. I just want to give a shout. Ms. Harris just talking a little bit, and you know, great shout out to you, Mrs. Where's Miss Miller at? Mr. Hayward and Mr. Dawkins. Mr. Dawkins and Dr. Hayward back there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, y'all have really worked hard, and we appreciate it. Don't think we don't. We appreciate the hard work and to get, you know, because I see you moving in the right direction, you know, and hard work brings forth, you know, some fruit. You know, ain't nothing easy, and so we appreciate the hard work from you, your staff, you know, and continue to work hard for our children. Anybody got anything?
I do have one additional comment, and Mr. Miller, you touched on it, Chairman Miller, the hard work of everyone in that building, from the admin to the teachers, to our cafeteria workers, custodians, bus driver, everyone that does the day-to-day, the small incremental things each and every day. And when you turn around and look, you see the great gains. But that is from the effort of the people in that building each and every day. And I just want to say, I want to commend everyone that you called and everyone you didn't call for the hard work they put forth and the success that we're seeing today. Thank you.
Thank you. This time, can you get a motion for our October 21st regular call board meeting?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion, we accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the board meetings from October the 21st, regular call board meeting.
Second such motion.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second by Dr. Harris, to accept the superintendent recommendation for our regular call board meeting on October 21st, 2025. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. At this time, our superintendent report.
Well, good evening. Chairman Miller and members of the school board, first and foremost, I guess I'm going to start my report by addressing the elephant in the room. I think since I accepted the position of superintendent in July 1, I think this is my third official board meeting, so I've been officially MIA. But I will tell you, I've had a long journey. I went out on medical leave, and I will be sharing some information, but I do have a brief statement that I would like to share with the community that I want to read at this time. And then as time permits, I'm going to share about my journey in the upcoming weeks, months, and the rest of the school year as I see fit. But first and foremost, I just want to thank each and every one of you under the sound of my voice for your unwavering support during my absence. I'm grateful to be back with you after an extended medical leave. And I appreciate the support, understanding, and encouragement from each of you that was extended during my recovery. I want to also express my sincere thank you to Dr. Tracy Swilly for her strong and steady leadership in my absence, and to Dr. J.R. Green for his continued support of our district. Their dedication ensured that our work moved forward without interruption. I also would like to commend the faculty and staff across our district that followed their leadership in my absence. I return with renewed strength, deep, deep gratitude, and a continued commitment to share our vision of growing Griffin greatness. I look forward to working with you as we advance the important work ahead of us on behalf of the students and families of Fairfield County. I sincerely say thank you to each one of you. Thank you. And now I would like to move into celebrations on how in Fairfield County School District, how we're growing Griffin greatness every day. So some of the exciting news, first and foremost, I want to celebrate our educators. This is American Education Week from November 17th to the 24th. This is the time to recognize and honor our dedicated teachers, staff, and everyone that helps making learning possible for our students. So let's give all of our educators a round of applause. Since our last board meeting, we've had some performances in the community. We've had district groups perform at Pig on the Ridge and Ridgeway on November the 1st. We had Giger Elementary School perform, McCory Liston School of Technology, Fairfield Magnet, Fairfield Elementary, Fairfield Central High, and the Fairfield County Diamond Elite Dancers. So let's give all of those groups a round of applause for representing our district and representing our district well. On November the 8th, we also had a homecoming, our Fairfield Central High School Golden Griffin Marching Band performed at Allen's Homecoming Parade on November the 8th. So they represented us extremely well, and let's give them a round of applause. Some of the upcoming events that you'll be seeing on December the 6th, we have our elite dance team. They'll be featured on WIS, so be on the lookout for that. We also have upcoming community holiday parades in the town of Williamsboro on November the 30th at 4:30 p.m. in the town of Ridgeway on December the 7th at 3 p.m. As far as some of the other initiatives that are district-wide that are going on at this time, for the 13th year in a row, we are conducting our Angel Tree program. It is currently underway at the Fairfield County School District office. We will be collecting and supporting our families over the holiday. And we ask that each year, we ask that you bless these families that are in need, and we will continue to support our community in need. The link to adopt a family will drop tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout for that link on our district webpage. And we also will be collecting food drive. We have a district office food drive that is being headed up by our district office Sunshine Committee. So as we continue our commitment to supporting our students and family, the district office Griffin Sunshine Committee has launched a food drive, and they will fill weekend bags to send food home on November 19th. And the items will be distributed to the schools. The drive will conclude tomorrow, Ms. Brown? All right, so we If you haven't given, please make sure that you contribute so we can bless these families over the holiday. And some of our highlights at some of our schools, McCory Liston hosted a Veterans Day program where they showcased and honored our veterans. Mr. Lawson's fifth grade, he was a fifth grade teacher. He was the guest speaker, and the students showcased their talents through song and various presentations. At Fairfield Magnet, I was privileged to attend their Mission Possible Curriculum Night on November the 12th, and it was truly an event. I truly enjoyed myself. Families and students that attended truly enjoyed themselves as well. Recently, we were represented by our district Teacher of the Year, Natanya Newton from Fairfield Middle School. She recently participated in the Teacher Forum Conference with all district teachers of the year from the state of South Carolina. And Ms. Newton represented us well and continues to represent our district with pride. Ms. Woodard, principal at Kelly Miller Elementary, will be giving her state of the school address on Thursday, December the 11th. So let's make certain that we attend and tune in to her state of the school address. And last, but certainly not least, Fairfield Central will have their career day this Friday from 8 to 1, November the 1st. And those are some of the highlights and upcoming events. And then for athletics is underway. We have to give a shout out to Dre Walker. He was highlighted as WLTX Player of the Week. We also have our Fairfield Central football team will be playing Clinton this Friday in the third round of the playoffs. This is going to be a nail biter, and let's hope Coach Davis is ready for Clinton. So let's make certain that we go out and support our Griffin football team. And basketball season kicks off today for middle school, and we're going to make certain we go out and support them as well. So, Chairman Miller, as you can see, I have pages and pages of highlights.
I hear you.
And I'm not going to say I'm going to stop right now, but I'm going to pause until next month, and I'm going to bring forth some more highlights and announcements. And I want to end my announcements, and this is on a somber note, and this is care and concern for one of our district employees that recently passed. Please keep the family of Ms. Tracy Johnson Woodard. She was a receptionist at Fairfield Career and Technology Center. She transitioned this past Friday on November 14th. So please keep her family in your thoughts and prayers as we move forward to recognize and honor her. Her services will be held this Thursday at 1 p.m. at Mount Pisgah Baptist Church in Ridgeway. And Nelson Funeral Home has the information. So let's make certain that we keep our thoughts and prayers with Ms. Johnson Woodard's family. And Chairman Member and board members, that concludes my report for this evening. Thank you.
All right, you made up lost time, that's for sure. Finance, Mr. Robinson.
Good evening, Chairman Miller, to the Board of Trustees, and Superintendent Presley. This evening, under Finance, we have two items. The first item is the October Finance Report for board review. The revenues look good for this time of year. Of course, as we get closer to January, we'll have a much better picture of how we look in terms of our overall revenue picture. But for right now, things look very good in terms of what we've expected, and the expenditures are in order for what we would expect for this time of year. So this is presented for your information. questions. We'll move on to the second item under finance, and this is an action item. And this is a budget transfer request. The superintendent is requesting board approval of a budget transfer in the amount of $57,000 to adjust accounts to pay for unanticipated professional services. And this would just shore up some of our accounts to prepare us for the rest of the year for some of the professional services that we may encounter for the remainder of the year. So this is for an action item for the board.
Jim,
Chair, I make a motion to accept the superintendent recommendation approval of the budget transfer in the amount of $57,000 to just account to pay for unexpected professional services.
Second such motion.
motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second by Dr. Harris to accept the superintendent's recommendation requesting board approval of the budget transfer in the amount of $57,000 to adjust account to pay for unanticipated professional service. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. Mr. Robert. Curriculum and instructions.
Chairman Miller, members of the board, Superintendent Presley, I come before you tonight for approval of overnight and out-of-state field trips in accordance with policy IJOA. So first up, we'll begin. We're requesting, the superintendent recommends the board approve overnight out-of-state field trip request, beginning first with Kelly Miller Elementary. There are 2 trips for Kelly Miller.
All right. Can we get a motion?
Chairman Miller, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation that the board approves the overnight out-of-state field trip request that is submitted. Kelly Miller.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Davis, second by Pastor Jackson. To accept the superintendent's recommendation, the board approve the overnight out-of-state field trip requested as submitted. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. That would be 7. All right.
Next, the superintendent recommends approval of out-of-state overnight field trip for Fairfield Magnet School for Math and Science. They have 1.
Chairman Miller, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation, the board approve the overnight out-of-state field trip for Fairfield School of Math and Science.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Davis, second by who? Pastor Jackson. Accept the superintendent's recommendation. The board approved the overnight out-of-state field trip requested by the Magnet School. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. All right.
And last, we have 1 trip. The superintendent recommends the board approve the overnight out-of-state field trip request as submitted for Fairfield Middle School.
Chairman Miller, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation that the board approve the overnight out-of-state field trip requested as submitted for the Fairfield Middle School Beta Club.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Davis, second by Ms. Green. To accept the superintendent's recommendation to approve the overnight out-of-state field trip requested as submitted by the Fairfield Middle School Beta Club. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. Operation and Student Services. Dr. Campbell.
Good evening, Chair Miller, members of the board, Superintendent Presley. The first item under Operations and Student Services is a request for fee waiver from Feeding Fairfield. This organization is going to offer a service that is unfortunately so greatly needed right now in our community. They will be doing a drive-through feeding opportunity for our community, and they are requesting that the board waive the $100 fee for renting the gymnasium. The organization will pay all the other associated personnel costs for this facility usage. So the motion is the superintendent recommends board waive space fees from Feeding Fairfield associated with the use of Fairfield Middle School on December the 21st.
Okay, can we get a motion?
So, Chair, I make a motion that we accept the recommendation for the board to waive this fee space, the space fee for the Feeding Fairfield Association with the use of the Fairfield Middle School on December the 21st, 2025.
Second, Sister Martha.
Motion made by Ms. Green, second by Dr. Harris, to accept the superintendent recommendation to waive space fees for Feeding Fairfield Association for the use of Fairfield Middle School on December the 21st. All in favor show by raising of the right hand. All right, let's go to the next.
The second request is from Fairfield Central, it's for the use of Fairfield Central High School by the Fairfield County Board of Disabilities. They will be hosting a talent showcase for some of their clients, and they are requesting that the board waives the $200 fee for the use of auditorium, and again, all the other associated personnel and utility costs will be paid by the organization. So the recommendation is the superintendent recommends the board waive space fees for Fairfield County Disability and Special Needs Board associated with the use of Fairfield Central High School on March 27th, 2026.
All right, can we get a motion?
Chairman Miller,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation that the board waive the space fee for the Fairfield County Disability and Special Needs Board associated with the youth of Fairfield Central High School on March 27, 2026.
Second.
Yes, second. Can we call a question? Can we ask a question now? Think you can? Can we? Just wanted to just follow up, Dr. Campbell, that for us, our equipment, you know, are they going to be, they're going to be on stage, right? So we're going to
Yes,
have
sir.
somebody that's going to be operating that equipment.
Yes, sir, we will.
Okay, I just want to make sure that, you know how we,
Yes, sir.
time passed, somebody else was up there and it kind of messed up equipment up. So long as that's been stated, I just want to make sure we're clear on it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There is with the associated fees.
Yes, ma'am.
There is a rate and a cost for someone from our staff to operate that equipment.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Campbell.
You're welcome.
So the motion was made by Ms. Green, second by Dr. Harris, to accept the superintendent. Already second, right?
I would make the motion.
You made the motion. Second by who?
Jackson.
Jackson. Accept the superintendent, raise the space fee for the Fairfield Disability Special Needs Board Association with the use of the Fairfield Central High School on March the 27, 2026. I know we made the motion in second. So all in favor show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. All right.
Our third item on the agenda, must be something in this microphone. Third item on the agenda is approval of second and final reading of a set of policies that was presented to the board last month. The policies that were presented was policy IC, school year, policy JHE, excuse absences and career and technical students organization experiences, and policy IHBH, charter schools. There was no question or feedback from any staff members, so the policy we're requesting be approved as presented last month. There are 3 motions associated with this agenda item. The
Okay.
first,
Go ahead.
yes, ma'am, we need to do them separate.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion, we accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the first reading, revision, and adoption of policy IC school year.
I'm, thank you, Ms. Brown. I'll follow.
Restated. Mr. Chair, I
Yes,
make a
ma'am.
motion to accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the final reading, revision, and adoption of policy IC school year.
I second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second by Mr. Davis, accept the policy. I see school year. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. All right, that would be
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion we accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the first reading and adoption. Is that
Second and final.
second reading? Okay, I'll do it off. Okay, to approve the second reading and adoption of policy JHE, excuse absent for career and technology students.
Second such motion.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second by Dr. Harris, to accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the, is that the first reading?
Second.
Second reading.
Second reading. Y'all know I got a little mixed up here. Second reading over the policy, which one is it?
JHE.
Policy HB, okay. All in favor showed by the raising of the right hand. All right.
And this the second reading on this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I make a motion to accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the second reading, revision, and adoption of policy IHBH charter schools.
Second such motion.
All right. Motion made by Ms. Harris, second by Dr. Harris, to accept the superintendent recommendation, which is the second and final reading. All in favor shows by the raising of the right hand.
And the last agenda item tonight, we're bringing forward 4 new policies, or 4 different policies for first read and revision. As stated last month, each year the School Board Association publishes a policy manual update based on things that have happened in general legislation, update state and federal law. So we are still in that process of updating policies based on feedback from that manual this year. And the first policy is policy EF, food services. We currently have that policy. There are some provisions in federal law as it relates to meals for students that we needed to update that language for food service. As a reminder, our district qualifies for CEP funding, so all of our students eat lunch and breakfast for free every day. And so we just needed to update some language, again, based on legislation. So that first motion is to approve the first reading of policy EF, food service, which was issued last in 1096.
1996. Can we get a motion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I make a motion we accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the first reading, revision, and adoption of policy EF, food services.
Second such motion.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second, by Dr. Harris, to accept the superintendent recommendation. The board approve the first reading, revision, of adoption of policy EF, food service, issued in 1096. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. All right.
The next 3 policies, policy GCB, professional staff contracts and compensation, policy GCK, professional staff assignments and transfers, and policy GCQC, GCQD are all changes related to the new Educator Assistance Act. Again, these are all things that we as a district were already doing in practice. We just needed to update our policies to reflect our practices. So that is 3 separate motions, one for each policy. And I will remind our public and our administrators again, there's opportunity for feedback. So if you have any questions, these policies are posted on the website in their draft form. So if you have any questions, we have now until next month to clarify and make any additional recommendations. But for tonight, we have 3 additional motions to accept the first reading. And that will be motions 2, 3, and 4.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion we accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the first reading, revision, and adoption of policy GCB, professional staff contracts and compensation.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second by Dr. Harris, to accept the superintendent recommendation. Board approve the first reading revision of the adoption policy GCB, professional staff contract and compensation. All in favor of this raising of the right hand? All right, can we get another motion?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion we accept the superintendent recommendation to, the board approve the first reading, revision, and adoption of policy GCK, professional staff assignments and transfers.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second by Dr. Harris. Accept the superintendent recommendation, policy, first reading, revision, and adoption of policy GCK, professional staff assignment and transfer. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. All right. And the last motion.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Make a motion, we accept the superintendent recommendation. The board approve the first reading, revision, and adoption of policy GCQC, GCQD, resignation of instructional staff and administrative staff.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison Williams, second by Mr. Davis, to accept the superintendent recommend to approve the first reading revision of the adoption of policy GCQC/GCQD, resignation of instructional staff, administrative staff. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Campbell.
Thank you.
All right. Human resource.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board.
Good evening.
Under HR this evening, we have the following items for your approval. Item 1, certified resignations, terminations. The superintendent recommends that the board approve the certified resignation terminations in Exhibit 1A and 1B.
Sir Chair,
Yes.
I make a recommendation that the board approve the certified resignations, terminations in Exhibit 1A and 1B.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Green, second by Ms. Harrison Williams, to accept the superintendent recommendation. The board approve the certified resignation and termination of Exhibit 1/A and 1/B. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. All right.
Next, item 2, certified recommendations. The superintendent recommends that the board approve the professional certified educators outlined in Exhibit 2.
Sir Chair,
Yes.
I make a motion that the board accept the superintendent's recommendation for us to approve the professional certified educators outlined in Exhibit 2.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Green, second by Ms. Harrison Williams, accept the superintendent recommendation. The board approve a professional certified educator outlining Exhibit 2. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand.
Lastly, classified recommendations. The superintendent recommends that the board approve the classified staff listed in Exhibit 3A and 3B.
Get a motion?
Sir Chair,
Yes.
I make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation that we approve the classified staff listed in Exhibits 3A and 3B.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Green, second by Ms. Harrison Williams, accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the board classified staff listed as Exhibit 3A and 3B. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. All right, thank you. I'm going to be very brief. Again, let's go out Friday night. Let's go Griffins. All right, I want to say it. Let's go Griffin. This is just, look here, it's crunch time now. We owe them one from last year, okay? Want to see all of it? I don't care. You have to ride on the back of a wagon. I want to see you there. Let's go, Griffins. Let's go. We're going to Clinton on Friday night, you know. I'm not going to be long. You got anything, Ms. Harrison?
Yeah, I just want to say also one of our students at Giger Edmonds lost her father. He was also at Miss Tracy's house Sunday when we were all there. He was at Giger last week, unexpected, and also is my family. Just keep everybody in your prayer. Miss Tracy was a good friend of mine, and I talked to Mr. Edmonds and his wife the other day at the laundromat. And so my heart goes out to their daughter. I have so many loved ones this week. Another family member died. One is on hospice. So it's been a rough week for me. So during the holiday season, it's rough when you lose a loved one. I just want everybody to just stay prayed up and everybody have a safe holiday season. And also our Feeding Fairfield will be December the 21st. The flyers will go out this week, so it'll be at the middle school gymnasium drive-through from 11 to 2. So anybody y'all know need a hot meal, please send them through. We also accepting donations for that.
Beautiful. Anybody got some?
Yes, Chairman Miller, on behalf of myself and Ms. Wise and the orchestra this past weekend, me and Mr. Seba hosted a fundraiser for the orchestra. They made a substantial amount of money. It's very successful. Like I said, we cooked over 60 pounds of fish, numerous bags of fries. None of that could have been done without the support of this community and everybody coming together. So we really appreciate everybody helping the orchestra out so they could continue to do great things within this district. Also, Mr. Presley, I know you mentioned the Ridgeway Parade, December the 7th. However, I'm on that board, and I know we had conversations with you about would you like to be the Grand Marshal. So in our meeting, it was finalized that they would like for you to serve as the Grand Marshal if you wouldn't accept that role.
Well, Board Member Davis, since you put me on the spot, in a public setting, I'm gonna accept. You let the committee know I will be ecstatic to be their Grand Marshal.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. Okay, anybody else? All right. This time, can we get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Made by Ms. Harrison Weed, second by Ms. Green. All in favor, show by raising of the right hand. Meeting is adjourned.
Hey,
Thank y'all.
You got your phone?